Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at Nuno Mendes, the fullback of Sporting Lisbon, a player that is one of the starlets for Portugal, 18 years old. Portugal have definitely got a lot of young players who are coming through. Looks to be a case where they could be one of the ones to be forcing their way through to big things. Following maybe even Ronaldo's departure. But with that, we can see that he has played a few games for Sporting already, and we'll see how his career goes. So we'll jump ahead and quickly take a look. You can see his stats are fantastic already, but hopefully they'll improve even more. So 23 years of age, and we can see he is clearly seen and regarded as quite a good player. You can see that from the stats as well. Very quick, good passing, decent crossing as well. So a nice attacking fullback, can even play centre half if you need him to at 6 foot tall, which is good. 13 caps for Portugal already at the age of 23. A good attacking fullback for Man City. He is deemed as a fringe player at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see if he does develop a bit further. Nicely well rounded, as you can see by the graph on the right hand side. 51 million it cost them, and he's only made 12 appearances in 2 seasons. So. And hasn't performed well either. I mean, he hasn't performed well for Sporting, to be honest. Played quite a lot for them, but nothing really spectacular. So interesting to see that £51 million spent on him. Maybe it's just for the promise of possibly getting better and better. But we'll have to take a look in the next one. Go 5 years more, go through his prime and see if he has improved, if he started to really get the quality of performances, and if he's still at Man City. Okay, so a bit of a shame, really. It looks like he has, looking at from the outside, he hasn't played much, which has caused him to move to Hertha BSC. 58 caps and 1 goal for Portugal, though, so he is playing on the international stage, and he still looks very good. Some good pace still. Technicals are looking strong as well, with good marking and crossing and first touch, all that sort of thing that you might want. His work rate's not bad. Decisions aren't too bad either, really, at 16. So he's still a good player, regular starter for Hertha. You can see, obviously, the £51 million deal didn't pan out at all. Ended up only playing 16 games in 3 years for Man City, which is not worth that amount of money that they spent on him. He did get a loan move to Southampton for £450,000, but only made 16 appearances, and again, didn't perform amazingly. A £25.5 million move later to Hertha has resulted in a bit better performances, so he's really started to kind of perform now that he's actually getting game time, to be honest. That's kind of the big thing we can take out of this, is that if you give a player game time, they'll perform better. That's kind of how it works, and even how it works in real life. You play a player and he's more likely to play better if he plays consistently, because he'll get back into fitness and training well. But we'll jump ahead again, see how he keeps moving forward. £110,000 in week in wages, so a lot of money being spent, but we'll take a look. Schalke is the next club Nuno Mendes has turned up at. 100 caps now, so he made his century caps and 3 goals for Portugal. Still looking strong as a footballer. I mean, all round looking very good at 33 years of age. Physical stats aren't too bad, with that natural fitness 17 is definitely helping him there. Technique and crossing all still very good, so definitely a player that can still perform. It does look like a transfer is in line, so he's joining Inter at the end of the season. Interesting to see. So Hertha made a profit on him, going to Schalke for £27 million. Played a lot more football and is performing a lot better. Will be interesting to see how he does at Inter following that move, an even bigger club. Milestones wise at this stage, what have we got? So he did win a couple of cups in Portugal, along with obviously his first international appearance. Then won the Premier League with Man City and the Carabao Cup, but again, didn't maybe play as much as he might have hoped. Won the Pokal and the German Super Cup, though, with Hertha during his time there, which is nice. But following that, he got his move to Schalke and now off to Inter Milan. So we'll have to take a look at kind of how that's happened in the next one, see where he is, and even how his retirement may have panned out. Okay, so he is now a director of football. Not great, I wouldn't advise it, but we can take a look at kind of how his career has panned out. So he did make an extra appearance for Portugal during that period. We can see he moved to Inter on that free, as we saw, made 1 appearance, did very, very well for them, but obviously didn't make any more during that season, as he then moved to Ascoli for 11.25 million. So money still being spent on him for that move. Did okay. I mean, not great at all, to be honest. He didn't perform really, and then moved on a free to Jeonbuk in South Korea, maybe for that last little paycheck out in Korea. Good ratings though, so he did perform in the end out there, but I think he was probably better than those teams and players out there for what he's at. 115 million overall spent on him, 514 games, 48 assists and 5 goals, 6.97 rating overall, which isn't great, maybe hindered by the lack of playing time he had for a long period before that move to Germany really kicked off his career again, and then it kind of petered out maybe a little bit more after that. So Germany is his place of worship, certainly. Can see here that it looks like he's won 7 winners' medals overall, couple at Man City, couple in Portugal, some in Germany, and all over the place. So it looks like he can win trophies. You just got to give him enough time. But I hope you did enjoy. I thought this was quite an interesting one. National B licence as well. So he is learning more and more each day, which I hope everyone does. But like, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you did enjoy. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.